Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course in Introductory Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video details how to construct confidence interval estimates for two independent population means, as well as how to use StatCrunch for the same. Let's get started. So, as we've seen previously with confidence intervals, the first thing we want to do is find our margin of error, which we're going to represent with a capital letter E. Here is the formula for margin of error when we're looking at two independent sample means. So notice we have a t-score out front, and it's t alpha over 2. So that means half of your area alpha is in the left tail of the t-distribution, and the other half is in the right tail. Notice also we have two terms we're adding together underneath our radical sign. So the first term is coming from the first sample, the second term coming from the second sample. In essence, we're taking the sample variance, dividing by the sample size. We can use the same general formula we've always used to construct our confidence interval. So we're going to take the difference between the sample means, and we're going to use this to represent the actual population means themselves. So, because remember, the mean is an unbiased estimator, so it targets well the population mean. So we take the difference between the sample means and then subtract the margin of error to get the lower bound, add the margin of error to get the upper bound, and that's going to be the confidence interval estimate on our difference between the two population mean values. When we're in StatCrunch, okay, again, that single series of menu options that we saw with hypothesis testing, we're going to be using that a lot for the confidence interval estimates. So in StatCrunch, go to Stat, T-Stats, ToSample with Summary. Again, remember that the first sample is typically the one that's mentioned first. Leave that pooled variances box unchecked, and then get the radio button down there for confidence interval. So again, leaving that pooled variances box unchecked, and then you're going to read the lower and upper limits right off the result window. One thing you do want to keep in mind is that the confidence level is slightly different. Because we've got two samples that we're dealing with, you want to make sure that your confidence level is going to be 1 minus 2 alpha and not just 1 minus alpha. So if your significance level is, say, 5%, then that means your confidence level is going to be 1 minus twice 5%, or 1 minus 10%, which is 90%. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. I hope you found it helpful. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.